Welcome to Academy Answers Podcast, a show dedicated to inspiring and providing actionable advice on life, business, happiness, success, and reaching your full potential. Have you ever felt frustrated that life isn't working out the way you expected? Have you been searching for answers without success? You've come to the right place. Each week, we bring you perspectives, ideas, and actionable content. We share with you proven and time-tested step-by-step strategies to help you live the life you deserve and make your dreams a reality. From health to finances to relationships to business, we provide the insights and strategies you need to reach your full potential. So buckle up and plug in, because Academy Answers Podcast is about to take you to a new level of personal success.
Morning, guys. Welcome to lesson 9 in our business and entrepreneurship series. We are going well. We are up until lesson 9 now, and this is almost halfway through the program. Thank you for listening. Thank you for participating. And I just want to say that it is a powerful journey that you're embarking on. You know, most of us use every time we have to invest in, not to invest, to spend on pleasure and to spend on common impulses, to watch the next Facebook post, to watch the next YouTube video, to talk on the phone, to do any other thing that is pleasure based. Nothing is wrong with pleasure. Nothing is wrong with entertainment. But everything has its place. And if you have a life to live and you want entertainment, you want health, you want social relationships, that you want money, you want achievement, you have to separate the time you spend in these areas. You have to budget. You have to assign time to anything that you want to be a developed or a staple in your life. Anything you want your life to be, anything you want to get out of life, you have to invest time in that. So it is easy for common impulses to take us away and make us spend more time on less important things, empty things, because you will realize that the pleasures of life are fleeting. You know, I always say that I used to be in the clubs. I used to do the nightlife every Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, 3 nights a week. I was in the club, and understand that being in the club 3 nights takes up more than 3 nights of your time, because the next morning you're not as vibrant, you're not able to move as quickly, you're not able to go. You have to get your rest, you're tired. So it takes up all that time. The thing is, after all my 20s of this, early teens going all through my 20s, I can recount a few of the experiences in my head. Just a few of them. When I went to this place or when I went to that place. Just a few of them, a handful of them. And I always tell my friend that I have no bottle with them in my refrigerator or in my closet or anywhere in the kitchen that I could go and open the bottle of that night I partied and just relive that enjoyment or that experience or entertainment. I cannot drink it, I cannot have it, I cannot rub it on my skin to get it back. It is gone. It is fleeting. It's not anything substantial. Things like my knowledge, my relationships, those are fulfilling. Understand that pleasures are fleeting and pleasures are empty. You need them, but you cannot let them get carried away in them. So understand that the time you're investing now will always be there for your future. It will pay you dividends. So set aside the time to invest in yourself, to develop new skills, to learn new things, because they will pay you dividends forever. Sorry for that little prelude, but I have to put it into context sometimes for you. Now we're going to go to the management principle of business. And because I'm doing small businesses mainly, people are on an entrepreneurship journey, usually I would do management separate from personnel being employee relations. But I'm going to bundle them together because it's easier for small business. You're not going to have a personnel department. You're going to have that interaction with people every day. And a lot of your work will be navigating people, because you're going to need help to do what you're doing. You're going to need staff, and this is a major part of your business. So let's go into management. Lesson 9, management. And management is the organization and supervision of people. The idea of taking charge of a process or of people or of something and directing it along a certain path to create a result or to come up with a certain goal or outcome. That's what management is for the purposes of this conversation. Business needs management. Every area of the business, the ones I've done before, product, accounting, needs management. And in all those areas, there will be people, there will be processes, and there will be people. You gotta manage them. And because I've talked about systems and using how you handle yourself in these processes, I'll mainly focus this on people. The big mistake, first problem with most small businesses, and something you have to avoid, is that you are trying to make good people. Small businesses tend to try to make good people or fit the next likely person who might not want a big salary, or who might be a family member, or who might be a close friend, and they fit them into the position and say, go do it, you do it, you're my friend, you're my uncle, you're my sister, you're my brother, this is your area, handle this area. You know, I was listening to Rick Ross, who has this restaurant franchise. There's a rapper, Rick Ross, you might know him. He has this restaurant franchise, and the interviewer was saying that you put all your family in your business to run your business. How is that working? And that's very good. And something he said that stood out, that show how intelligent he went about it. And he said, yes, I send them back to college to get degrees in areas of business. And that is the key. Here he is wanting his relatives to run business for him, to be involved in business. And instead of just putting them there and hoping that they figure it out, or giving them because they are a sister or a brother, he said that he sent them back to school. And that is what I want to warn you against. I want to warn you against having people doing something that they know nothing about because they are a relative. You cannot mix business and family or any other thing, or because of our pleasures, together. I had a friend once who have a business, and he called me up like maybe 10 years ago, and he said that, you know, my father is around me, and I'm gonna let him, I'm happy he's here because I'm gonna give him this section of the business to run and to help me with it. I said to him at that point in time, I asked him, how much are you gonna pay him? And he told me, and I told him, you are, because I knew his father, we all grew up together. I said to him, you are better off paying your father that same money to stay home and pay somebody who knows what they're doing, or somebody who you can trust to do that function in the business. Because eventually you're going to lose the money you're paying him, and you're going to lose the money you could pay 5 other people. Because he's not going to do it properly, he's not going to be trustworthy, he's not going to be efficient, and it's not going to work. And he heard me, but he didn't listen to me. And less than a year later, he was calling saying that, I'm sorry I didn't take your advice because this guy, my father, messed up millions of dollars for me. Because I knew that was what was going to happen. You cannot be penny wise and pound foolish. You cannot be emotional about it. You have to do what's best for your business. And I'll tell you why. Because at the end of the day, the same people that you're trying to help, they're going to help you down, and you're not going to be able to help either yourself or these very people, because there will be no business to help them. So you got to know first that you're trying to get someone who can do the job, and you're going to hold them accountable, even if they're your relatives. And if they're your relatives and they can do the job, they must be held accountable, and they must understand from the get-go that this is a business, and I will not be afraid to let you go if you are not following the procedures and the right way of doing this. I'll treat you like any other staff. They must be made to understand that from the get-go. And you must be a serious business person. Meaning that when that time comes, if that time ever comes where you might have to say, look, we have to part ways. If you cannot do that, you're in big trouble. If you don't have the guts, if you don't have the nerve, if you don't have the mental fortitude to tell them that, you have a problem. And if you think that is somebody that you can't tell that, you should not put them in the position. Tell you that up front. So you are not trying to create good people, you're trying to find good people. Do not try to create good people or skilled people. Find good people and find skilled people from experience, from recommendation. Go out there, find them, install them in your business. Add stuff to them, but don't take them from zero. You do not have the resources and systems to take them from zero. That's the first thing. The second major point. So the first thing is careful of how you're installing people in your business. Don't try to create good people. Find good people and hold everybody accountable, and be prepared to tell your relatives to go home. Straight up. They will destroy you. People are the most important things. Never forget that. But they will take your business down to the ground. With that said, saying that people are the most important thing, that leads me to my next point, is that you have to know how to manage people. The mistake a lot of small businesses make is that we are trying to manage people like multinational companies manage people. They have 15 systems, they have 10 people to follow up with these people. They have 100 different loopholes and conditions and terms that they use to keep these people in line. You don't have the resources and the energy for that. And it's going to take you so much time to micromanage, to punish your way to results. What do I mean by that? If you are trying to use the big stick approach with your people, and that is the only approach you think can work, you have the wrong people. If you have to go into your business place, or you have to get on the phone with an arrogant, stern, authoritative, militant tone to get through to your people, you have the wrong people. When you're hiring people, when you're staffing your business, what you're doing, you're creating, you're setting up, you're putting together a team for the most part. Teams have captains, teams have leaders, but teams have a central bond. Team have a single focus. team have a common goal. Now, this common goal cannot be achieved in disharmony. If you constantly have to be using the big stick approach, it means there is disharmony. You have to find the right people and you have to treat them like people. If you find the right people to put into your business, you won't have to be running behind them every minute and following up with every detail and micromanaging them, because they will have a natural, responsible attitude to execute their duties. And if you have to go through that hiring and firing process 10 times over, don't let up until you find the right people. I get it that you will not have 10 people and 10 people are awesome. People will have their faults. That's why I say people are people. You gotta weigh the faults they have against their potential and their attitude towards their job. So some of the guys will pop in late a little bit, but their work is exemplary. And you're going to say, yeah, but they must be all accountable, and a good guy, if he's a good guy, he has to come to work on time, and not because he's a good guy, he's always late. You know, all that theory, you can allow major corporations and people who write HR stuff to come and spew that at you. But you're in the real world, you operate a real business, and you and I know how difficult it is to find people. I have this guy that works with me, and the guy is always 10 minutes late, but he is the best at customer service. What have I done? I've learned to live with 10 minutes and keep my customer service at its peak, because I'm not going to send that guy through the door for 10 minutes and then I struggle for a customer service person for 20 years. And I'm not asking and I'm not guessing. I have been blessed to supervise and manage over 120 people in total in my business life, my career. 120. And the people that I've run into who are the best in some area, in certain areas, like exemplar in certain areas, I've only seen them once or twice. Meaning that I've never seen a guy as good at customer service as this guy that I'm seeing now after 30 years or 25 years. So don't expect that these exemplar people is always out there and they'll always come along and I'm not going to make him become linear late. Look at your situation, know what you're dealing with, and if there's a way to find a way around it, you find a way around it and go. Good people are not easy to find. People are the most important things, and your greatest accomplishment will be building a highly motivated team of people. Because nothing will serve you more. I don't care what systems you have. I don't care which product you have. I don't care what type of business you have. If you don't have the right people, if you don't know how to manage people, if you don't handle people with integrity, if you don't handle people with fairness, if you don't treat human beings like human beings, if you are not compassionate, if you don't care about people, if you don't understand how people are motivated and what's important to people, and you don't take the time out to show people that they're recognized and they're important and they're a part of and they matter, you will have a very difficult time building a successful business as a small business. And that is a fact. So what you got to do, you have to be deliberate. You have to be mindful about building your team, how you treat your people, and how you run your organization in terms of how people relate to each other and the value systems that you have there. You must encourage a spirit of togetherness. You must encourage a spirit of openness. You must encourage a spirit of fairness. You do not If you need a big stick approach to run your place, you have the wrong people. The right people will understand what needs to be done, why it needs to be done, and they will have a natural inclination to want to do it. Think about how you do your job. Think about how you think responsible. It's the same way you want to find people who think that way. And I've run into, I am the easiest type of leader you'll find and manager. I don't fuss and worry about all these petty minor stuff. And I cannot tell you the number of great employees I've been blessed with who have become friends. And I've never had a major problem. Because I give respect, I encourage fairness, I have a camaraderie going on there, I am sympathetic, I have empathy, I am relatable, I have an open door policy. So that's your next thing. How do you manage people? That is the lesson on how you manage people. You find the right people, you understand that people are the most important thing in your organization, and you understand that you must, unless you treat people with fairness, openness, let them feel a part of, let them understand that they're a member of a team and we're all in this together, you will have a difficult time growing your business. So that's a major pillar. That's the next major pillar. Thank you for listening this morning. Have a good one.